Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I will be reviewing One Size Beauty, which is Patrick Starr's brand new brand, and I'm so excited for him. Patrick is one of my dearest friends. Quick disclaimer, I actually filmed this video already, so this will not be a first impressions video. I'm gonna be giving you as much information as I can, but I actually filmed it. The footage was not usable because my settings were wrong and the video was very blurry. So I decided to just scrap it, sit down and re-record the entire thing for you guys. I'm also going to be giving you swatches, my final thoughts, and giving you a full look. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So just a little bit about One Size. This is actually their second launch, and the first two products were amazing. So I was expecting the absolute best when it came to the palettes and the eye pencils, but I'm already off to a good start. They actually launched this product, which is a makeup dissolving mist, and it is so bomb. It's called Go Off. You basically apply it all over your face. It breaks up the makeup, and then you go in with the Go Off wipes, which are like the biggest, juiciest makeup wipes ever. You only need one for your entire face. If you guys want to see more of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like at the end of the video if you do like my content and want to see more of it. So let's jump into this collection. This is the PR box. The collection is called the Visionary Collection by Patrick Starr, and I've already seen it and played with it, but I wanted to show you guys. So first thing that you see when you open this PR package is this huge, beautiful image of Patrick. On the other side are all the products that are launching and a little bit of information about them. So I'm just gonna place that right here. The first thing we have in here is a One Size mirror. And on the other side is his mantra, which is makeup is a one size fits all, which I absolutely love that he incorporated that. Patrick has been saying that for years. So One Size as his brand name is just iconic. I absolutely love the name. We also have the Visionary eyeshadow palette, which has a bunch of really beautiful shades. This is a nice neutral palette with a few pops. And we have these eye poppers, which look like this. There are 5 of them, and I'm gonna be giving you swatches of everything. Don't worry about it. This is the 5 eye poppers. This is the shades that they come in. I already know which one I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using the green one, which is why I'm wearing a green top, because I wanted something that would match. I just broke my nail. It's okay. My nail appointment is tomorrow. I'm already having a day. It's Walter laughing at me. Seriously. What the F? So we do have 3 pencils in here. We have the Point Made 24-hour gel pencil, and we have those in black and brown. And we also have the Point Made 24-hour liquid. This is the liquid eyeliner. I already used it. And yeah, that is the full collection, the Visionary collection that Patrick is coming out with. Let's jump into this look, and then we can jump into swatches and talking all about it. If you guys are interested in pricing, which is very important, the eye poppers, which are these, are priced at $22. The Point Made eyeliner pens, which are these, are all priced at $19, and the palette is priced at $42. So let me pull all this stuff out. Hopefully I won't break any more nails. So the first thing I'm gonna do is prep my eyelid. I'm just gonna use some concealer. Might as well use this finger and blend out that product. Take a quick shadow brush just to blend out those edges. I'm actually going to create a similar look to the one I did last time I filmed this, because I really like the way that it came out. So just to show you guys which eyeshadows I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using Taupe of My Game, Brownie, and Suede Charm. So first I'm going to go in with Taupe of My Game. So I'm going to take a little bit on my brush, dust off the excess. I'm going to start blending that right into the crease. Now these eyeshadows are highly pigmented, so they give you a nice color payoff even when you dust off that extra product. And this is the transition shade. I'm putting this right into the crease of my eye, just going to add some dimension to that. Just a little bit about me and Patrick's friendship. I actually met Patrick probably 7 or 8 years ago. We both were starting out. I met him at IMATS. We actually just connected. We were like, hey, blah, blah. Like we started talking, and that same day we actually went to dinner just to talk and get to know each other better. And we really connected. I love Patrick. He's one of my favorite people in the world. He's such a hard worker. He's one of the kindest souls ever. My friendship with him is very dear and near to my heart. And seeing him come out with his own brand was just amazing. I'm so happy for him. I feel like this is probably, and this is a little bit biased, but this is probably the launch that I was most excited for. And I think it's because I know how hard Patrick works, and I know he's one of the good guys, and he's such an amazing person, and he deserves this. So I think that that's why I'm like so excited for him. And I was like, I'm not uploading the other video just because the quality was so crap. And I was like, no, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to re-record this just because I want this video to be informative. I want you guys to be able to see everything nice and clear. And I want you to get as much information as you can about One Size. Although I definitely played with this palette already a few times. And next I'm going to go into Suede Charm. So after we met, we hung out that night. Every time Patrick came to New York, we would get dinner, we would hang out, or when I went to LA, I would visit him. And that's kind of how our friendship kind of progressed. And 7 or 8 years later, we're still friends. I still adore him. And yeah, so happy for him. I'm applying that Suede Charm right into the crease, and this is going to build that dimension. And I like that this palette has like cooler and warmer tones in it. It's not all warm or not all cool. It's like a nice balanced palette. I also love the few pops of color that it has because it's a neutral palette, but it gives you some variety. I love palettes that have like a pop or two because it kind of challenges you to use those shades. So that's why I probably should have used the blue, but something was calling my name with this green eye popper. Love this one, and that's the one that I needed to use for this video. It's really easy to work with. I love these shadows because they just blend themselves. I'm not doing a lot. I'm literally just going right into the crease, giving it like a light blend, and they mesh with each other so well. That's why I really like this palette. And I've actually used this one probably 3 times since I filmed, but I've been using just like 1 or 2 eyeshadows, something just to give me a wash of color. And now I'm taking Brownie, which is this shade right here. And this one is a blending brush, but it's a smaller blend. I'll show you the difference. This one gives me a little bit more precision. So this is the one that I'm using Brownie with, and this is the one that I used the first shade with, Taupe of My Game. So I'm taking that Brownie, dusting off that excess. Something else that I really liked about this palette was that it doesn't give you literally any fallout. I have my complete face done, and I'm going in with these shadows. You just want to make sure that you dust off that excess product, but I have not had any issues with this. I'm making sure that my skin is already done, which saves me a lot of time. And I'm just going to pop that in that outer V, just like that. So once I have the foundation laid, that's when I'm gonna go in with this eye popper, and this is my favorite one. This is in the shade Continental. So it's this beautiful, you see it, it's this beautiful like olive tone. Make sure it's focused because I'm not playing no games with this camera today. And I'm just going to take this and apply it all over the lid. The reason why I really like these is because they function like a wet eyeshadow, but it's going to give you high intensity shimmer, which is something that I love, but it's not messy and they're really easy to use, which is why I love these. So I'm just taking the flat part of it and I'm going to start carving out my crease. And you only need like one quick layer of these. You don't need to go in with multiple layers, and it gives you like a nice even base. Sometimes when you go in with liquid eyeshadows, they don't have the best opacity, but this one has a really nice formula. Bam! So this is what we got going on right now. I'm gonna make this a little bit straighter, but I just brought it slightly above my crease so when my eyes are open you can still see that product. I'm giving that a second to dry, but they don't transfer like that, which was something else that I really liked because I did wear this look with the eye poppers and I had zero transfer. There's no fallout. They're super easy to use. So these were definitely a great product. I was actually pleasantly surprised because a lot of times with liquid eyeshadows, I'm not always the biggest fan. There's a few brands that I like, but a lot of times they like miss the mark. So I was kind of like, okay, I don't really know how I'm going to feel about these, but I really, really like them. And I've actually used this one, which is Continental, and I've used P House right in my tear duct just because I wanted my tear duct to look nice and wet. And next we're gonna go in with the Point Made. This is the Bodacious Black. And these are 24-hour wear eye pencils. Actually, it's better that I already played with these because I'm able to give you guys a little bit more information. The wearability of these is really nice. Bodacious Black. You guys can see that's black. And the brown, it's like a nice chocolate. It's like a nice chocolate brown. But a lot of times with black eye pencils, sometimes they look like an off black or like a 2 in like hair world. They don't look like super intense black. So this kind of gives me Perversion from Urban Decay vibes, which is one of my favorite eye pencils. So I'm actually just going to take this and I'm going to line my waterline. Bringing that slightly lower just because I really want to smoke out that lash line. But you see how it like grips the waterline? Because obviously the waterline is like kind of wet. And a lot of times with pencils, they don't sweep across that. You have to really tug. And with this product, you don't need to. So I'm going back in with the 3 shades that I used on my lid. Since this is a 24-hour eye pencil, you want to make sure that you blend this product out before it sets. Because once it sets, she's going to stay. Just like that. So I'm using Taupe of My Game to kind of blend those edges so that they're nice and smooth. Next, I'm going in with Suede Charm. And this is what's really going to build that intensity. Taupe of My Game was just to like blend out that black, but I'm bringing Suede Charm down, and that's what's really going to give it that like smoky effect. You want to make sure you connect it to the outer V of the eye. So you see that's kind of bringing the entire look together. And this is a flat definer brush. This is the one by Sigma, but you can use any flat definer brush that you have. You just don't want it to be too flat because you want to be able to see some of that color. Next, I'm going to take a tight flat definer brush. So I'm going to show you guys the difference really quick. This is the original one that I used, the Sigma, the gold one. And now I'm going in with one that's a little bit flatter so that I can get really close to that lash line. And I'm going in with Brownie. And this is going to blend with that black. Next, we're going to go in to Point Made, which is honestly, my favorite eyeliner is the Epic Ink by NYX. This one gives my Epic Ink liner a run for its money. I love how sharp the point is. I love the formula. It's like a semi-matte, really easy to use, glides on nicely. So I'm just going to add a wing. I'm going to try to do a small wing, but every time I do a wing, it always ends up being a big one. But here we go. Do you see how black that is? Yeah. This was one of the other things that I noticed. So I play around a lot with like glitter and like just like wet metallic products. A lot of times when you go over it with a gel liner, it skips. With this product, it doesn't skip. It literally just continues to glide over it, which is something that I love. My hands are super shaky today, so what a nice wing. So I have really bad nerves. I get it from my mom. So sometimes my hands will be shaky, and those are usually the days that I avoid doing eyeliner. But because I'm doing this review, I want to review everything. I'm trying to get my nerves under control because I know stress will kill you. I'm a very stressed person. And even though I've had the cap off for a significant amount of time, just because it's shaking, it's not like drying out. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get today. I don't wanna keep messing with it. So next I'm going to throw on some quick lashes and some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back, guys. So I just threw on Miami by Lily Lashes, and I'm wearing More Creamer Please. This is the lipstick that was in collab with Desi and Katie and Joseph Colors. And now I just want to add a quick shade to my tear duct. I'm going to be taking Title Holder, which is this shade right here. And I want to add a pop to my tear duct. So this is the look, guys. Hope my lashes are the same, right? I think so. Now we can get to the fun part, the swatching, which is my favorite. And now we're gonna do the eye poppers. So we have Let's Pump, which is like a taupe shade. Next we have Pea House, which is like a rose with some silver reflex. Next we have Everything and More, which is like a bronzy shade. And I'm gonna get closer so you guys can see. Then we have Continental, which is the one I'm using today. And lastly, we have Death Drop. Yes, I love me a good Death Drop. So this is what they look like. You can see on my eye, once they're on, they don't transfer, which was something that was really important because I have slightly hooded lids, so I don't necessarily care for products that are gonna be moving throughout the day. I want something that's just gonna stay once it sets. Next we have the star of the show, which is the One Size Visionary palette. And these are all of the shades. The reason why I really liked this palette was because it gave you enough versatility to be able to create some looks that were a little bit more intense or had a little bit more color, but you don't have to be intimidated by this palette because it is a neutral palette that does have some familiar tones in it. Still beautiful. They are medium to brown girl friendly, which I really love. And I also love the olive shade for some reason, and I didn't use it for this look because I knew I was going to use the eye popper, but this olive shade is really beautiful. And it also has this regal gray, which is this really nice like plum silver shade. It has like this shift to it, which I think is really beautiful. But yeah, I think that this palette is gorgeous. I think he did such a good job picking these shades. And let's show you guys some swatches. So we have Milani Sands, Taupe of My Game, Brownie, yes, that brown, Suede Cream. Then we have Turban Legend, which I love the name. Then we have Title Holder, Soft Serve, Everything. Ooh. So that is the first few shades. Olive It, Blue Mandu, Mango, Booked. I'm gonna fit the last three. Then we have Walnut Strut, Matcha, and Rebel Gray. So there's a nice balance of the shimmery shades which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the matte shades. I love when a palette has both to play with, but I do like that there are more matte shades than shimmery because I feel like those are the shades that you're going to use more. So I think that it's a really nicely balanced palette, and it has really beautiful shades, something you can play around with, and you can create different kind of looks. You can create nice smokies. There's enough shimmers to be able to play with that lid color, add some to your tear duct. It has a black, which I don't know why I have so many blacks, but I love when palettes have a black shade in there. So yeah, I think that these shades are really stunning. And these are with one finger swatch. I didn't like go back in and touch any of them up. So I'm gonna show you guys some close-ups now so you can see exactly what the formula looks like. So that is the full review, guys, just to give you some quick takeaways from all the products that I played with. So first we have the eyeshadow palette, which I absolutely love. It's probably one of my favorites of the year. I feel like I've played around with quite a few this year, and I've been leaning more towards the neutrals, and I really love this one because it does have a few additional pops, and that green in there is probably the next shade that I'm going to play with. But I think that I love that the pigment is there. I love the versatility of the shades. I love that there's a nice balance between the shimmery shades and the matte shades. And I think that it's just an overall really beautiful palette to look at. And the eye poppers. I think the eye poppers are fun. I think that there's something that you can kind of just add a little bit of jazz to your makeup. If you want to play around with something more shimmery or more glittery, as I would say, you can definitely go with these and get like a really similar look without the mess of playing around with glitters. And I love glitters. The mess doesn't like bother me, but I know there's a lot of people that don't gravitate towards glitters because of that same reason. Now, when it comes to the pencils, there's not a lot to say about them. I think that he did a really great job with the formula. The formula does not tug, and it gives you that color payoff. You guys can see it in my waterline. It gives you like that nice color payoff. It's nice and chocolatey for the brown one, and the black one is really opaque and dark. When it comes to Point Made, the eyeliner pen, this is probably my favorite of the bunch aside from the palette, just because I absolutely love a good black eyeliner. This one gives you a precise point, although I was like struggling a little bit with my shaky hands, but I still think that it gave me a really beautiful wing. It's something that's easy to play with. The formula is really nice. It's a semi-matte, really opaque black shade, and it also glides over any eyeshadow or any pigment product that you have on your lid, which is something that's really important because I hate things that skip. Just to throw a quick review of the other two products, I would say that the Makeup Dissolving Mist is bomb, and the wipes are also really great. They're big, they're juicy. You only need one to do your entire face, and the dissolving mist breaks up the makeup before you go in with a wipe or any little cloths that you may use just to remove your makeup. So I think that they are also really great products. I think that a lot of thought went into this brand, especially as a new brand. I think that they've killed it with all the products that they put out. Congratulations, Patrick. You know that I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited to see your vision finally come to life and all these things that I know that you have planned for your brand, although I don't know what's coming, but I know that it's going to be amazing because you never disappoint with your content. Your videos are amazing. Your makeup is always beautiful. You have the kindest spirit, and now your brand is phenomenal. So we can't ask for nothing more from Patrick. He has been giving us life for years. Let me know if you guys will be picking anything up from the collection, from the Visionary collection, or from the Go Awf collection. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Is it something that you see yourself kind of playing with? Did anything catch your eye? I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.